And Liz joins us in the studio to share news about an event in the Archdiocese of Boston that focuses on the strategies of evangelizing adults. Liz, thanks for being with us again.
Yes, thank you. Now I'm here with you with the Boston Archdiocese.
Yeah, you were in Worcester, now you're here with us.
I'm moving around, yeah.
Well, this event is wonderful because it brings together leaders of 9 adult evangelization organizations.
Yes.
First of all, that's a tongue twister to even say that.
It absolutely is, yes.
But tell us about those 9 organizations. What are they?
So there are a variety of organizations such as Alpha, Evangelical Catholic, Curcio, Light of the World, Formed, and all the way up to 9. Some of the premier organizations who are doing really great work for evangelization for adults in the United States. And actually, Alpha is international. So it's really a unique opportunity to bring all of these 9 together to discuss strategies for adult evangelization in the diocese.
I know there's a day session and an evening session coming up. Could you tell us a little bit about it? It's March 16th and it's taking place at the Pastoral Center.
So it's March 16th at the Pastoral Center from 12 to 3, or you can choose to come from 6 to 9. Lunch will be served in the day and dinner in the evening. And what's going to happen is each of the 9 will have a brief time to give an overview of their approach. And then you'll have 2 opportunities to go deeper, 2 30-minute breakout sessions that you can go to find out more about which approaches that you're interested in. But we're telling people from their parish to try to bring more than just themselves so they can divide and conquer and get to as many of those breakout sessions as possible so they can gather all that information, come back and meet and decide which strategy should they adopt to go forward.
It's I think, interesting and somewhat sad that people consider once their kids are confirmed, that's it for education in terms of education, learning more about the faith. And yet, it's very important for us as adults to continue our education and to evangelize. What can something like this do to help parishes reach out to adults and help them continue their education and further their love for the faith?
Well, I think a lot of parishes are just so busy doing what they do, especially nowadays with collaboratives in the Archdiocese. You know, many people are wearing many hats. So they don't always have time to find out about what is available out there. And there are, again, there's these wonderful programs with sort of the latest and greatest methods of evangelization. So it's really important to send somebody to find out what those are, because we have a tendency to kind of be in a maintenance mode and kind of stick with the same sort of things for the same group of people. But people are in all different levels of their faith journey. And somebody who may not like a Bible study, they might just have questions about, why should I believe? Who is God? And so something like Alpha might be great for them. But considering nuns are the fastest growing religion in America, and that is not the religious habit nuns. This is the NONES, meaning no religious affiliation at all. And we have 83% of self-identified Catholics are not in the pews. So we need to figure out new ways to reach out, and this is a great opportunity to provide those ways.
And when you say new ways, what I like about that is that it's almost the same in education, where people don't always learn the same way. So by having different options, does that allow someone to find something that might resonate with them and attract them?
Absolutely, because there's what we call thresholds of conversion. So somebody who might not want to come into the church but might want to learn more about the faith, there's Formed online, which is great. So they can just get a username and password from the parish and they can start to inquire, which is really wonderful. If they have these big questions but they're not ready for a Bible study, you know, like an Alpha might be great. Or if they're really interested in a small group discipleship, Evangelical Catholic has a program. But the wonderful thing is there's all these opportunities, but a lot of our parish leaders don't know that they're available, and so that's one of the reasons for this event.
And they'll find out when they go to the event.
Absolutely.
And is it for parish leaders, Liz?
Yeah, so I would say parish leaders, and that would be obviously our priests, our pastors, pastoral associate, ministry managers, lifelong faith formation directors, or if somebody who's in charge of the adult faith formation, that might just be a ministry volunteer. I shouldn't say just, because they're obviously very important to us. Yeah, anybody who has any stake in evangelization of adults, because we need to figure out why we only have 17% in the pews.
Right, and that's, I think, a problem that everyone wants to solve. If we look at churches today as compared to many, many years ago, it's so different because pastors, years ago, they had, first of all, they probably had more help in terms of pastoral assistants and priests who were there with them. Today that isn't the case, and they have taken on more of an administrative role. So this seems to me to be a great resource for them to help them to reach their people. So once they go to this, will it be an opportunity where they can say, well, that might be something that can help me as a pastor with my community?
Well, absolutely. We're all hoping in the Archdiocese of Boston and all around the world to grow our church, right? I mean, that's our mission, it's evangelization. So anything we can do to help the pastor and to help people rediscover their baptismal call. And I think what's happened is most people have just drifted away, most of that 83%. It's not necessarily any big event. For some it might have been, but since they've drifted away, we need to help our pastors be able to bring people back. Because the fact is that they need help. Like you said, especially if you're in a collaborative and you're a pastor who's trying to run 2 or 3 parishes at a time, you definitely need the help of volunteers and staff members.
And so people who watch, we're running out of time, but people who are watching this who are interested, this isn't something you're mandating. This is something to introduce to people and say, here are some opportunities that might help you.
Absolutely. And again, this is a very unique opportunity to have 9 of these different organizations in the house at one time.
How do they get involved? How do people find out?
So definitely you can go on to bostoncatholic.org and look up the Office for Lifelong Faith Formation, and under upcoming events is where you can register, or you certainly can give me a call at 617-746-5761.
And if it fills up, is there a limit on how many people you can have?
Well, the Pastoral Center only holds so many, but we can do 170 in the day and 170 in the evening. So that's a lot, but we're hoping that people will really take advantage of this opportunity because it doesn't come around very often.
Well, it sounds very exciting.
Yeah, it is.
March 16th.
That's right before St. Patrick's Day.
Yep, if you can't make the day, you can go at night. So
That's
there's
right.
2 options.
That's right.
Liz, thanks so much for being with us
Thanks for
today.
having me.
And